Baby dolls, Mr. Silvertooth is gone. He has deleted his Twitter account. As you can see, Twitter account doesn't exist. So my friend, Mr. WanChan, thank you, Mr. WanChan. WanChan has screenshotted this interaction at the very end. I didn't know, so I left some comments, and Mr. Silvertooth is now gone. So for some quick backstory out there, I made a couple of videos on Mr. Silvertooth. So this is Mr. Silvertooth. Oh, God bless you, bro. This is Mr. Silvertooth, friends. Mr. Silvertooth has sold his PulseX. More Mr. Silvertooth. You can see here, he had $1 million in HEX at the top. Okay, so up here, he had $1 million in HEX, and he did what you're meant to do: keep staking and living off the yield. Unfortunately, it was such short-lived time that the $1 million, as soon as it ticks here, friends, like before you can blink, his $1 million is down to 250K in just literally 90 days. I mean, like, not even. Okay, literally 63 days. You're like, wait a minute, I had $1 million. Now it's 250K. You're like, oh, I'm just going to keep doing what I've done before, which is hold through the dips. And unfortunately, the dip became a horror show and it kept going down. Now, what made it worse is Mr. Silvertooth, I mean, he bought a motorcycle for himself here. Okay, he bought a motorcycle for himself here because he's like, you know, I've made 200 grand. Like, he can basically retire at this point. He's like, he's a very humble man. He lives a very, very simple, basic life. And unfortunately, so he buys like a $12,000 motorbike. The prices capitulate so bad that my gosh, it drops another 80% down. He sells his motorbike to buy more HEX. So he gets a motorbike for himself, finally gets himself the first thing he's bought himself for like years. Could have been like a decade. Finally, I got something for myself. Motorbike, price is going down that much, I got to buy back HEX. Unfortunately, though, he starts doing a bit of trading and stuff around, and like I'm making videos, like I come across him. I gave more spotlight and stuff to him, but what happened to Mr. Silvertooth, friends? He started. I wish I could show you photos. His account is gone. He started growing weed, and I think it was maybe growing weed, selling weed. He had a weed farm. He'd met another lady, so he had a divorce out here, and it was very, very painful just to watch him go through. She left him, you know, with his daughter. I think he has a daughter. Very, very painful. That was bear market stuff, right? And found somebody else. He has a weed farm. He started wearing, like, you know, the weed dude, like cowabunga dude. You know, the rainbow color things. You know, the weed ponchos everyone's got. You know what I mean? Someone's wearing that. You're like, hey, bro, just give me a hit. I gotta go. All right, now, continuing from that, he started happy. He actually lost weight. But then he makes a post, his last post, friends. So the post that got deleted that Mr. WanChan here was showing, the last post was Mr. Silvertooth. He's in his car, okay, and the picture, it's like from the steering wheel. So you could see him in his car, and he's like this. And it almost looks like he's crying, but he's exhausted. You can just tell he's exhausted. And I forgot the exact post, but it was something like he hasn't slept in 6 days working DoorDash. So he's doing food delivery stuff. You know, and we're just trying to help, bro. We're just trying to help. So Mr. WanChan replied, "The video you made telling your story is great. Glad I caught it while it was up. Everyone hears all the good and amazing stuff about crypto without realizing there's another side." So this is Mr. Silvertooth. Friends, I just want to shed to you even more. Like, Mr. Silvertooth, he'd been around in crypto since like 2013, 2015. He did the same mistake everybody else did. The trading, the swapping around. Comes in at the end of 2016, I think he came in, around there. And then he discovers HEX, Richard Hart. And man, he turns like, he puts in like his 8 grand or whatever, turns into like $1 million and everything's cool. And then he starts living off the yield, but it's such short-lived, down 90%. And it just becomes painful. And he's showing that picture, and Mr. Silvertooth's final reply, friends. He basically says, all you guys, listen to this. I had $1 million at the top. And then, you know, it dwindled down. And he goes, my 100K clip in or whatever is worth, like, you know, I think he did maths wrong. He said it was only worth like $60 or something. But from today, it's down 98%. I know, man. It's not pretty. It's not pretty that you had $1 million at the top. And now he'd have about 20 grand. If he was staking, it might have more like 25K, but still, it's not nice. I know it's not nice, but man, you know, before this, even friends, it's 25K. That's why we've ran up on the combined hex. It was actually less than that. It was more like, you only had like 10 grand. I know. So I just mentioned to him, I go, bro, if hex goes to $1 in the next 1 to 5 years, you'll never forgive yourself if you do not try DCA buyback in. Even if it goes to 40 cents, you will feel immense regret. We are trying to help you, bro. We're just trying to help you. Hex went up 5x in the past 26 days. And oh, man, it's tough. Mr. Silvertooth, friends, a short while ago, he moved into Litecoin. I'm just, like, I even made a video out here, like, is this one of the hex bottom signals that we're looking for? Litecoin. And I mean, look him up, friends. I'm just coming in from the deepest sympathy. Look at this. They took Mr. Silvertooth away from us. Come back. He disappeared. I told him to come back. Come back. He even sold his PulseX. He capitulated a year ago. I mean, we went up 8x after that. He capitulated a year ago. Okay, he capitulated around September-ish. Well, then we literally went up. Like, you want to see? Like, I'm telling you, man, the markets, they really do consume souls. And I promise you from the bottom of my heart, I've seen it so many times. It's like it's just waiting for one person's soul to be consumed. Sometimes people even try to take a step farther. They think, oh, I'm going to leave when Sammy leaves. I go, brother, pick another soul. This is Silvertooth, man. Like, he just, capitulates around here somewhere and just, like, it ends up doing, like, a 6x run. Bro, what if it just keeps going up? That's why I'm telling you, man, please get back in, Mr. Silvertooth. DCA, buy back in, bro. Oh, man, he really did try everything. He tried everything, and he finally got on, and this one's the one that just killed him. And there was one, it really does break my heart. That's why I'm giving him so much time, because there's so much to learn from this. It was self-deprecation. He had this vibe of, like, I'm a loser. I've always been a loser. He shared family stories. He's like, I think at family events, he was always the one that, oh, you're always the fat one. You're always the one who's going to be poor. You're the one who's never going to make it. Like, you got to imagine what's going through these guys. Like, I want him to win so bad, man. I want him to win so bad. His wife at the time, his ex-wife at the time, she thinks he's a loser. Friends, look, the next part I'm going to tell you, it's going to sound spicy, but I don't care. All right. Mr. Silvertooth, friends, he was living in basically like a caravan of sorts. And actually, friends, to my surprise, I've made so many pictures and posts of Mr. Silvertooth. I've got a lot to show you. Okay, so I found Mr. Silvertooth. He was living in horrible conditions. As you can see, right, he had a leaking roof. He's had this massive gaping hole in the roof. Look at this, the bottom post. Look at this. This is CoinButthole. The real victims of a crypto Ponzi. I am sure that there are thousands more stories out there like this. So this was a year ago, right? So it's talking about Hex and stuff out here. And Mr. Silvertooth came out, man. People call Hex holders victims and push Bitcoin as the way. Hex will do a 200x from today's price, while Bitcoin might do a 3x in the same time if they are lucky. Who is victimizing whose future? Do your own research. So he still came out, man. And that's why I do call him CoinButthole for that. But I know where CoinButthole's coming from. I know where you're coming from, okay? I don't want to show you, but there's more pictures as well to show for you the light. So, fans, I've just found this is the picture of Mr. Silvertooth. Remember the picture I was just describing to you, man? 14-hour days in the car sucks. Still out DoorDashing. He's basically, no. So, friend, oh man, friend, I can't. Do you know Chris Blec? Man, this is crazy. Chris Blec, he's another kind of like, he's like a decentralization maxi guy in Twitter land and in crypto. He faded Hex. Look at this, man. Friends, highest value content in crypto. It's literally not even close. Look at this. Look at Chris Blec. He faded Hex when everyone was spamming it with him back here. It went up. It was up 127x from that point. It actually went up 600x if he just bought in from the stream. Look at this. He was replying to Bankless. F you, bro, with your grifter BS. You made 43 grand last month from Rocket Pool. Probably double that in total. I'm struggling just to avoid doing DoorDash to survive. My job is thankless as F. You're the one pulling the grift. So, Habibi, I'm trying to talk. Let's play some Habibi music. Actually, no, your friends, I'll play some angel music. My heart hurts. My heart hurts when I see this stuff. Okay, we're just trying to help. I know we're loud. Some things can be eccentric or neurotic, whatever the hell word you want to use. I know every fiber of your bone is saying go away from this, but I'm telling you right now, there are believers. This is what you want. Hold down the fort. Do you get it? It's someone who's just so loyal to you that they refuse to leave. It's literally like, hey, Chico, the dog's waited for his owner for like 7 years. I've also got more photos here. Mr. Silvertooth is just putting us some weed in the front here, friends. Bong rip. Have a blessed day. So Mr. Silvertooth is in a happier place after leaving PulseChain. I'm just showing you that, man, because he came out, he defended it, friends, and like, oh, man, it's just, yeah, it's tough. And like, he made a video here, he was losing out. Why I left HEX, in my opinion, and it's just bottom signal stuff. 3 months ago, Mr. Silvertooth released the video, Why I Left HEX. This was around the same time Richard Hart did anti-EHEX self-mutilation. I guess he wasn't a bottom signal after all. So this was June 2024 of this year. He's just, remember, man, it was all narrative things. Like, I know, okay, you think maybe Richard is contradictory and all these other things. I get it, bro. It doesn't stop the fact the prices are cheap. I don't care what you think. The prices are low, man. I'm here 18 hours a day. I'm trying to help you. There is no leverage trading referral links. I don't have any of that, man. If I get crushed with you, I get crushed. I'm just telling you, I'm here. I would not pick this if it wasn't so freaking cheap. I would not pick it. There's 1,000 other things to pick. I'm here for the winner. Coming third isn't good enough for me. It's not. We gotta get the winner. Do you understand? And also protect yourself. What if it's a diminishing gain for the whole cycle? That's why. Man, look at this, friends. Look at this. This is Silvertooth in my picture. Silvertooth. It was a long, rough 7+ year fight. Time to move on from crypto. Crypto 1, Silvertooth 0. Wishing you all a great bull run. Peace. Man, I literally, friends, I shed a tear when that happened. Right here I am. No! And I have this cute little whale picture of him. It literally just pumped up 41%. Like, friends, he literally just 41%. It's like it just consumed this soul. Bang! Markets, man, it's weird. How come we just have to let go of someone? Why can't it be that? Why can't it be another way? I don't know, man. I don't know. Just markets they work like this. That's it. It's kind of like everyone's in a house and it's a rotating door. Okay? And literally the only way for people to come in is someone to leave. But it's a weird door. Okay? One person leaves, 5 people join. Okay, no one wants. You don't want to be that person who leaves. I know the immense pain, man. The reason why I'll never capitulate is I'm scared how rich you'll be if I click the sell button. But this is literally all getting destroyed here. Went up to do a big pump, right? Mr. Silvertooth capitulated and then pulse pump 41%. The market is a consumer of souls. Don't let them take it from you. This is what I was showing everyone in the PulseChain community. I'm like saying, man, they're all wrong, friends. They're all wrong poopy heads. And man, because you could tell, you could feel it through here, man. Just the authenticity. It's just screaming, man. This is a defeated man. This is Mr. Silvertooth. Please, DC, do something. I'm telling you now, man. I'm telling you now. It's so freaking low. Like, you don't think about, oh, I'm putting in $100. Don't think about that. Think about, I'm buying a future $5,000 payment because that's a 50x. Okay, that's what I'm telling you to do. Like, you're not throwing in $100. You're actually receiving a future $5,000. That's what you're thinking of right now. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it? But yeah, that's the numbers. Okay, that's the numbers, man. And what if it only hits 30 or 40 or 50 cents? It's still a long way. Please, man, please just live. It hurts, man. So I know I'll make a lot of these, there's a lot of these funny meme fit pictures and stuff. Like, God, friends, I'm just telling you, bro. Look, this game, you really got to be in it to win. But you can't just write win is just like a 3-letter word. You got to win with every fiber of your being. Okay, it's like when a mother loves a child. They don't just love the child. They frickin' go all in. Do you see? Oh, you're whinging at 3 a.m. I'll do something for you. Right? You're crying at night. Maybe you've got some diarrhea all over the bed. I'll clean it. Okay? Change your socks. Making you food. Oh, you don't like that? Well, I spent 3 hours making this food. Mums will go and make a new food. Some of them will just tell them, well, that's all you're eating tonight. But you know deep down, they'll do other things. They'll just go all in. Markets, man, this is what you do, friends. You give your life, your blood, and your soul. This is the game. But when you see all this, we don't have to do a complicated thing. Like, you just got to show up every day and just not click sell. Like, you don't have to actually do anything. Just like, hello, I'm here now. Okay, still not selling. See us. You don't have to really shop every day. You just check it once a week, once a month. You can do that. So just thank you to Mr. WanChanWin for showing me that. Like, where do you go from here, friends? Like, there's blood on everyone's hands. Okay, because this is coffin dancing stuff. Okay, this is what happens. But what can you do at this point? Like, we're all in it together. I've even mentioned it. Okay, but we all got crushed. Everyone got crushed, friends. Matty Allen almost died in a car accident. Many people, they've had divorces in this bear market. There's been a really, really devastatingly horrific stuff, but they're still here, man. They still wear it on the chin. What broke my heart was his tweet where he says, crypto 1 and then me 0. Because it was like, he's had enough time to be in here to do that, and he found that one thing where he's like, oh, I found it. This thing just goes up. I just stake and I yield, and I'm betting on Richard. You see that? But that's not part of the game, okay? That's not, that is maybe a small slice of the game. The real part of the game, man, is what we call that volatility part. It's the cycle, friends. Like you know, crypto, it goes down for 3.5 years. Yes. It feels like it's going down. But there's this 1 year period where, my gosh, it more than makes up for everything else. It really is the biggest dopamine hit of your life. Just, I'm talking now. I hope I'm not talking to any future Silvertooth, but you've learned from this, and I'm not here to scare you or anything, but it's okay, man. Every man for himself, every woman for herself. All right, just remember this moment when we make it. We've made it now already, by the way. But we're actually like, you know, when like things actually, when everyone's dancing, I've got the astronaut helmet out. Just remember, okay? Just remember, there's eventually going to be a red thumbnail, Sommy. And I'm going to say, hey guys, I made a lot of green thumbnails. I'm making the red one now. Okay, and it doesn't mean we're not going down tomorrow or in the next 5 seconds. I'm just telling you now, I'm ordering you, okay? Trim off your leverage right now. I don't care if it goes up. I don't care if you start bitching to me in like Telegram. Oh, I don't care. Start getting rid of leverage. The stuff that they can force you out on. Okay, that's the place. I'm gonna be thinking about Mr. Silvertooth. Okay, he's got a leaking roof. Do you want to know what happened with that leaking roof? By the way, friends, Mr. Silvertooth, he sold the bottom to finally look after his family. Okay, so this is the part that's he just did. Yeah, it really hurts me. I don't even. It hurts me to tell you the story, okay? So he sold the bottom of PulseChain, PulseX, HEX. Why? Because his ex-wife, after, you know, considering him, I guess, like a loser, that's what her negative images of him, she's basically, there was obviously, friends, I don't know their relationship, but there was a bit of a disconnect somewhere. She probably started being more cold. I think she was interested in another guy. It got really harsh, okay? So he shared some stuff out here. But what ended up happening, you can interpret this, right? She just started yelling out stuff to him. Like, oh, I've been with you this whole time. You never fixed the roof. You haven't fixed that. Look at this couch, okay? And because she started being more cold with him, unfortunately, Mrs. Silvertooth, I guess if he was my friend, I would tell him what's going on. I would say, hey, she doesn't actually want you to fix the roof, man. She's actually got 1 foot out the door. She's just yelling stuff because it's her self-defense mechanism. Because she's actually feeling guilty because she wants to leave you and start talking to another guy. Maybe she's talking about right now. But she's just saying to that stuff to you. It's like projection. It's like saying, well, I had to talk to another guy. I had to go and leave you. I had to lose my feelings for you, even though we have a child together and whatever. I have to. I'm looking after me now. Like you put me in this position. Unfortunately, when he was like confronted by these, he dumps the low, dumps Pulse, dumps Hex, dumps PulseX. He gets rid of him at the low, and he's got, remember my friends, he had $1 million. Now he's got whatever, he's like 10, 20K at the bottom. That's all he has. And he spends it all on the family. He spends it on the family. And then he has that little kick up of dopamine, like this inner goodness. He's like, you know what? Finally, I did something I was meant to do after all these years. I fixed the roof in the leaking caravan. I fixed the couch. I fixed this stuff. What does she go and do after that? She leaves him. She leaves him, man. So Look at this. Okay. Like, she got him, bro. She got him to dump minus 93%. And then, can you imagine just the shock? Like, it runs up 7x later. He dumped for like 15 grand. He would have had 85 grand if he just waited. Because I think it was all in PulseX. He just had 85 grand if he just waited a few months. But then, yeah, it came back down. But now it's on the way up again, man. So, yeah, I know it sounds spicy, friends. Let your kids sit under a leaky roof, bro. They can sit for another year. Because you can buy them a mansion in about 18 months. Okay? This pain runs deep, friends. This story, it's an allegory for life. All right? Don't let them win. Don't even admit that they won. Don't even admit it. By the way, it's a cycle. Okay? I want you to know there is no concept of winning and losing. Okay? There is no concept. There is nighttime and daytime. All right? That's what it is. There's sleepy time and awake time. We're in a day. Okay? It's a 9 o'clock. Is it winning or losing? Is the day winning or losing? Like, I don't know. Oh, it's getting darker. And then it starts to get brighter. Okay, that's the concept. Okay, you're riding a wave. Yes? Now, lucky for us, they're debasing currency in the background. The wave tends to go up over time. Okay, but don't let that basically minimize the pain of 3.5 years going down. So there's no big beast out here to get you. Oh, there's this winning and losing. It isn't like that. All right, it's a nighttime and a daytime thing. Okay, and you basically, I want you to think twice about looking at that time, and it says 3:20 a.m. in the morning. And I want you to think about the message you are conveying to the world when you say, it's nighttime and it's never going to be daylight. Just think about that message. Because you know it's not true. You know deep down. Sun's going to keep spinning. We're going to keep spinning. You know it is. And I want you to think about what you're going to feel for yourself when it hits midday. And the sun's literally just brightened everything up, okay? Because when sunrise starts coming, you're a bit in denial, bit of cope. That's the hate disbelief rally, right? That's PulseX. That's what it's going to be. PulseX is going to get back to day one sack. There's going to be the Break-Even Soyboys, as Sir Ovan Tech loves for me to say. It is literally the Break-Even Soyboys. I want you to know, look, Break-Even Soyboys, you can get the hell out, bro. Because if you really think the sun has just come up, it's like 7:20 in the morning now, and you're like, well, the day's over. Is the day over or has it just started? A final message, please. You think about crypto and investing from the perspective of your life expenses. How much runway do you have to live today? None of these lifestyle upgrading garbage. I don't want to hear about that. That is, you can dream about that in the future. Okay, I care about now. Okay, I don't care about, okay, I've got one squeaky chair in the garage. I want 5 squeaky chairs. I don't care. What are you living with right now? That's what we're looking at. So in crypto, if you can turn a 6-month living expense investment, if you can turn it into a 30x return, you got 15 years of runway, man. You win the game. You've won. You can literally now just sit here, earn the yield. You just sit back. You don't have to play around too much. Okay, that's what you're looking for. It doesn't matter if you live in Poland or you live in China or you live in India or whatever country you're from. Maybe you're in Antarctica with the UFOs, okay? Send me a picture of one of those ancient pyramids that are not allowed to show us, okay? It doesn't matter where you are in the world. It's your living expenses right now. That's how you win the game. You can't anchor to like, oh, well, this guy had 4 million or that guy had 3. That doesn't matter, okay? All that matters is you making it to the next game. So I hope you learned a lot from this story, friends, because there's going to be another one, because everything's going to repeat. And luckily for you, you have a cycle of experience under your belt. Waiting for Ty Lopez and Jim Cramer. Catch you in the next one.